Hey everybody, it's Jenna Allen and welcome to Mental Health Today / Coach with Jenna on my YouTube channel. I know it's been a while since I've actually done a video on advice, but this is a big topic for me. This is something that I've experienced with people many times, and I just want to give you my perspective on it and how to deal with it, and that is the victim mentality and understanding there's a difference between being a victim of something and having the victim mentality. So I used to have friends and just people in my life that, just would take advantage of me and treat me not the greatest. And then when I actually would express how I feel and I'd had something to say about it, they would just either cut me off or they would just kind of have a not so great reaction. And so I think that when it comes to making friends, it's so important to be aware of their mentality and where they're at in life. And you know what? I always tell people too, there is nothing wrong with struggling. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to not be okay. It's okay to need help. But it's not okay to project your problems onto other people. It's not okay to hurt someone and then go and play the victim because you're not ready to hold yourself accountable, right? So, I understanding that there is a difference, and unfortunately, a majority of the reasons why people are stuck in that mindset is because A, they're not ready to grow. B, they truly believe in their hearts that maybe they're not wrong. And, or they're kind of feel guilty and they don't know how to deal with it, or they know they're wrong, but they don't want to admit it. So there's so many majority of reasons, right? But I just want to let you know that for me, I'm not somebody that will continue a fight with somebody. I'm not somebody that will fight fire with fire. When I was a lot younger as a teenager, I am also somebody that owns my stuff. I definitely made a lot of mistakes when I was younger, and I definitely had a toxic mindset, and I can completely own that. So the old me would have probably sought revenge, probably would have snapped back, probably would have stooped to her level, but I'm at an age where it's I'm not going to make someone else's life as harder than it already is just to prove a point. I do believe that people truly show their true colors at some point in their life, and my biggest advice I can give you guys today is just making sure that you are being picky about who you let in your life, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a friendship, just really understand and also be careful about what you're sharing. One thing that I'm currently working on right now is how much I'm sharing with people and how much people have access to me. So because I'm such a natural, I'm a person that just loves natural connections. I love connecting with people and having deep conversations, but unfortunately that's gotten me in trouble because I've also have to work on knowing the difference between having a deep conversation with the right people and having a deep conversation with a stranger. And so that is something I'm currently working on, and I do feel like I definitely need to be a little bit more pickier about who I let in my life, just because, when you build a friendship or whatever with somebody and they end up, betraying you or going behind your back, you really kind of feel oh my gosh, I shouldn't have trusted them, right? And so that's where I think trust issues are developed, is when you do let your guard down with people and they break your trust. That's where I understand why people struggle with trust issues, but that's a whole other conversation, right? A lot of people who know me know that I am definitely someone that does teach people about trust issues and understanding that, learning how to open your heart and then have boundaries, right? And learning what's appropriate, what's not, right? So definitely when it comes to meeting people, whether that's a relationship or a friendship, just be mindful of their choices. And like I said, I'm a huge mental health advocate, and I don't think there's anything truly wrong with struggling. We all struggle. We're all human, but it's how you treat others because of it, right? It's how you deal with it. And so that victim mentality it's really in a way, you're self-sabotaging and you're losing people and you're causing harm to yourself when you're constantly in that mindset of, you know, victim mentality, oh poor me, oh poor me. And then another thing that's important to note with this is that you're also not living your authentic truth, you know, because there's people that are in that victim mentality and that will draw and suck people in to feel bad for them, not realizing that their victim mentality and all this may not actually be accurate. You know what I mean? It's just something that they're stuck, and it does come from a lot of trauma and a lot of pain. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with struggling, and I'm a huge mental health advocate, but just be careful of those people that are in that victim mentality, because, you know, if you have to be fake with a friend because they are not ready to hear the truth and they're not ready to grow, that's not a healthy friendship. You should, for me, like, I've lost friends because I'm so real and honest, and they weren't ready to hear that. They weren't ready for that support and that push, and that's okay. But I'm not going to change who I am to make somebody feel better about themselves. You know, like, I am definitely someone that is 100% real and honest, but I also take accountability for my own stuff as well. So that's all I really got for you guys today. I just wanted to give that quick message and just look for the signs, and just good luck, and I hope you guys find good and genuine people.